Welcome back, and it's time now for Media Watch, and for that I'm joined by James CREEDON. Hello, James.
Evening, Annette.
Okay, the first reaction to Francois Hollande's TV speech tonight. The Twitter sphere was on full alert. What are the people saying?
All right, well, as you were covering earlier, Annette, he spoke to the nation on the 8 p.m. news this evening. There was an interview just following it. And obviously, in fact, at the start of the 8 p.m. news on France 2 this evening, one of the reports showed a whole army of socialist Francois Hollande supporters poised at their computers, ready to get involved in the whole supporting game. And over at the UMP headquarters, a whole army of people ready to do the opposite.
UMP being the opposition, of course.
That's right. So, I mean, these TV debates now, or these TV interviews are, essentially extended onto social media. So let's take a look. There is lots of photos of the studio at France Télévisions studios. A lot of people saying that this studio that they chose to put together, especially for this event, was a little bit weird and made François Hollande and the interviewer David Pujadas look a bit Lilliputian and tiny.
They do look like two tiny men sitting there, don't they?
So there's some criticism of that as this Canal Plus, which is a rival television channel, as this official Twitter account says, like, what is this decoration? You're president and you're choosing this decoration. Hello, which is one of these catchphrases in France at the moment. Allo quoi has become a viral catchphrase after a reality TV moment, but that's too complicated to get into right now. Now, others are saying...
Save that for another day.
Yes. Another Twitter user is saying, people are going to criticize me for focusing on style instead of substance, but does the man not know how to wear a tie? And indeed, Francois Hollande famously has his tie askew, and here is a photo of a Twitter user correcting, or at least attempting to correct.
Does anyone talk about the fact that he went over by 15 minutes?
I didn't see comments on that, but I'm sure people were also talking about it. I mean, I think style for one of these interviews is crucial because people know what the president is going to say in terms of arguments, policy arguments. You can pretty much guess what he's going to come out with. Those who are behind him will support him. Those who are against him will criticize or pick holes in what he's going to say. So it's often how sure of himself does he sound? Does he look presidential? Does he sound determined? Those are the things that seem to be analysed more than anything else. Others saying here, wake up, you're president. So look, that's all in the style and a lot of tweets kind of just backing the team that you normally back. Now here, he spoke quite a lot about the tools, the economic tools he was going to use. So one person rather meanly put up a photo of a toolbox that is in fact empty. And criticisms as well that he was just tweaking a system that actually needs to be completely overhauled. The sort of economic measures, and I'm sure Marcus was telling you about, that he spoke about, that they don't go far enough. A lot of people were saying that. Now in terms of hashtags that people were using, Hollande's people suggested that supportive tweets should be classed under with Hollande, avec Hollande. So his opponents decided that the hashtag sans Hollande, or without Hollande, should be used. And that's exactly what you saw across these various tweets. This tweet attaching on a cartoon showing the citizens bearing the weight of the economic crisis while politicians and banks are doing okay, and saying sans Hollande, without Hollande, we wouldn't be dealing with this model. Not quite sure that's the case. I think right or left, that's the model that people are dealing with. Sans Hollande, without Hollande, nothing would have changed. He's only been in office for a couple of months. It's not enough time to change the unemployment levels. And indeed, you saw this became one of the emblematic sentences of his interview tonight, Annette, and it's already become a meme. I have only been president for 10 months, not 10 years. In other words, give me a chance to get things done. What else can I show you? He spoke about the very divisive gay marriage debate. There was a huge demonstration last weekend against that bill, which is currently going through Parliament, and he stood by that campaign promise that he's going to see that through. And some people saying, well, it's the only real campaign promise that he's been able to keep up to now, so just as well he stood by it. This photo, I think, is quite funny. It shows a monkey sniping, and that's somebody supposedly representing the opposition UMP people poised at their computers ready to snipe at pretty much anything he has to say. Now, will I just finish with something entirely different, Annette, because we spent a lot of time on that. Let's roll these pictures, right? This is moving to Dominique Strauss-Kahn. Now, what is this? These are hundreds of pornographic badges right? Now, that has been done by an English artist by the name of Joe Black, and it is on the occasion of the 60th anniversary of the launch of Paris Match magazine, the kind of France's biggest glossy mag. So what he does, he's also done one of Mao using little plastic soldiers to form an image of Mao. That's his speciality, to kind of use little details and then create a broader picture. So there you go, poor old Dominique Strauss-Kahn endlessly being tarred with that particular brush.
Yes, that of course being the former socialist politician.
That's right, that's right.
Thank you, as always, James
Thanks a
CREEDON.
lot.
And that's it for this segment of Media Watch. Do stay with us. Coming up next, after a short break, we'll have more news and headlines.